Hello, my name is Rita Faigh, and I'm here to persuade you, the audience, that greater government control of television programming is necessary. The best way to prevent children from watching obscene, indecent, and profane broadcasts is to increase government control of television programming. So the topic for today's speech is government control over television programming. Is it necessary? We all know television was invented in the 1920s and became very popular in the 1950s. Do you know which federal government agency regulates television? It's the FCC, which is the Federal Communications Commission. And it was established by Franklin Roosevelt, who felt television belonged to the people. 75% of Americans surveyed said they believe parents should decide what kids should or should not watch on TV, rather than the government taking control of what they watch. And here is a poll that was done by televisionwatch.org in 2007, and they are a national organization that promotes parental control. And the two questions that were surveyed is, it's up to parents in deciding what their kids should watch, which a total of 753 participants said the percentage is 75% between the two questions. The second question is government should expand its control over programming, and only 22% were in favor of that. The poll was conducted by Kelton Research in 2007, which shows Americans think government shouldn't control programming. The three main points that will be discussed with this issue is, first, is there a need for a change, which I will be presenting, Rita Faigh. The second main point will be possible solutions, who will be presented by Lily Flanoy. And the third main point is how we would adapt to these solutions, by Donna Dyer. And then our conclusion will be done by Aaron Ewing. Now let's discuss if there is a need for government control over television program versus parental control. According to Exploring U.S. History, Regulating Television by Michael O'Malley in 2004, regulation keeps stations from boosting their power to the extent that they can entirely block out other stations over a wide area, and restricts them to using a particular wavelength or a channel to avoid interference with other licensed users. Regulation also provides a degree of censorship, prohibiting slanderous, illegal, harmful, malicious, or publicly disruptive broadcast. So you may be asking yourself, why does this concern me? Americans are complaining that the government regulations forces you to pay an exorbitant amount for your cable TV, and the outrage about what programming is on TV. This concern came from an article by Shelley Moore about government regulations on cable TV companies in 2011. Today, there are activists in Washington that continue to push for increased government control over what you watch on television. Some people want the government to expand its control over programming on television networks such as ABC, NBC, CBS, and the Fox. Others argue that parents should use available tools to decide what their kids can watch on television instead of the government doing it for them. This is all according to televisionwatch.org in 2007. Some believe that censorship or government control protects us from possibly gaining information that is not in our best interest. They believe that it is not a removal of our freedoms, and that parents' content blocking tools don't work. But according to a recent Census Bureau report from televisionwatch.org 2007, majority of Americans are using the #1 parental control, actively monitoring what their children watch. Now, Lily Flanoy will present possible solutions. Okay.